And welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Patrick Herman, who asked the age-old timeless question, who would win a fight, the Cat in the Hat or the Grinch? Now, obviously, for any of us who are even partial Doctor Seuss fans, we are aware that this did actually happen. The Cat in the Hat and and the Grinch did, in fact, go. Head-to-head isn't the right term. They came at blows and odds with each other. However, it really wasn't much of a fight. It was more as it was the Grinch is the Cat in the Hat. The Grinch was being a dick to the Cat in the Hat, and the Cat in the Hat really wasn't doing much until he brought in somehow the Grinch's mom, which caused the Grinch to, behave or so. I don't really remember why that was the thing happened the way it did. All I know is that's what happened. Yeah. Now, when looking at these, first off, they're both cartoon characters. They have cartoon logic on their side, particularly when you're dealing with the Dr. Seuss universe. They have the ability to just do whatever they want, kind of. But there are still, limits. Within their world, they could still theoretically die. I believe that, death is still very much a thing in the Dr. Seuss world. So, what do both these characters bring? Well, the Grinch, if we're gonna stick with just the Dr. Seuss, animated series, animated, not movies, but the shorts, the books, all that. The Grinch was able to manufacture a fake sleigh. Grinch is actually very intelligent for all his faults, and apparently he has access to some demonic eldritch horrors within his possession. When we look at Grinch Night and Grinch is the Cat in the Hat. The Cat in the Hat we actually don't even know what the Grinch is. The Grinch seems to be his own species, not even a who. Whereas the Cat in the Hat is still a cat in a hat and a bow. But he's capable of driving, whereas the Grinch seems to be capable of horsemanship. Horsemanship? I guess that is a term. Capable of knowing how to ride a horse and, drive a horse and buggy. The Cat in the Hat, though, being a cat, does have cat claws if he needed to fight. But most importantly, he's got his bag of tricks, which allows him to bring out things like Thing 1 and Thing 2. Not that we're referencing the Jim Carrey movie. Jim Carrey, what am I talking about? Mike Myers movie. Not that we're really going to be referencing it in the fight, but I do believe this happened somewhat in the book as well, where the Cat in the Hat's bag got left open, and lots of things just went crazy. Apparently, his bag is extremely powerful. The Cat in the Hat, though, seems to be he's the more friendly. I mean, yes, the Grinch had to change heart by the end of his story, which implies, by the way, that things like Grinch Night and the Grinch is the Cat in the Hat happened prior to the events of how the Grinch stole Christmas, because at that point he turned good. But the Cat in the Hat seems to be the generally good one. I mean, yeah, he causes trouble, but it's all actually to learn a lesson. Whereas the Grinch is just a dick. So, yeah. Ultimately, he's the better individual of the two. Which is why in the Grinch is the Cat in the Hat is kind of being the victim in the movie, due to the fact that he isn't really trying to duke it out with the Grinch in a real manner. So, with that said, who would win a fight between the two of them if they were actually to come at legitimate blows? And I don't mean like Grinch is the Cat in the Hat. I mean, hey, fight, like that. And that's a bit difficult to determine. If we're talking about physicality, I would say Cat in the Hat, just given his biology, is probably a bit more physically capable of being a cat with cat claws, unless he's been declawed, maybe. But I would say if you put all of their abilities and put them against each other, I'd say the Cat in the Hat's more likely to come out on top, because the Grinch kind of needs to. Granted, in Grinch is the Cat in the Hat too, he was doing this weird thing with the device that was messing up the Cat in the Hat. Cat in the Hat really wasn't fighting back. He was I can't remember what the hell was going on then, to be honest. It was trippy as balls. But I would say that the Cat in the Hat's bag seems to have an answer for just about everything in the general scheme of things. So I will say tentatively, the Cat in the Hat's going to win because the Grinch does need some level of prep with with what he uses, be it his horse and buggy when he opens it up for Grinch night, or the weird stuff he was doing in the Cat in the Hat with the devices he had. He still needed prep with that, whereas the Cat in the Hat almost always has his bag on call. So while it still might take a while to really bring down the Grinch based on what's coming out of the bag, I'm guessing the Cat in the Hat, because he always has his stuff on call, whereas the Grinch kind of needs to go back to his lair to get some of his stuff. I'm going to go with that the Grinch would be at a disadvantage just from the amount of time it would take to do anything. He'd actually have to build up to doing stuff. If he doesn't have the horse and carriage, horse and buggy on call, if he doesn't have that weapon on call, or device on call to mess with the Cat in the Hat, then the Cat in the Hat is probably going to pull the win out in this. This adding to the oh man, I think terminology, words, and grammar here, you idiot. Add to the fact that the cat biologically has cat claws and, could fight like a cat if he really had to. Assuming he hasn't been declawed. We actually don't know anything about the Cat in the Hat's personal life, so he might have been declawed. He's a very friendly, outgoing guy. He has hands, so maybe he's been declawed. And if not, he's still got the bite of a cat. He's still got cat teeth, although he does seem to have human teeth, so I don't know. And he doesn't seem to be a cat that would fight like, he wouldn't just be like cats duking out like they always do. So there is that. But still, you got to take biology into the equation too. Either way, my money would tentatively be on the Cat in the Hat. Again, he always carries his bag of tricks on him, which means he's always more readily available to be dealing with someone with his bag of tricks if he had to. That is just my opinion, of course. I'm probably dead wrong on this, but then again, it is just also speculative. There's no definitive answer to this. Just like there's no definitive answer to another Wood one I just recently did. Someone just like, oh, I'm sorry, you're so wrong. Someone in the comments of one of my most recent ones just went into like, I'm so sorry, you're just so wrong, and stuff like that. It's like, no, I am giving an opinion. You're giving an opinion. There's no right or wrong here. It's all opinion because there's no facts in terms of, oh, well, definitively this guy wins, because there's no definitive. It's all speculative based on your based on your opinion, based on the information available. And it amazes me that, it doesn't amaze me, what am I talking about? That that there are people who don't seem to get that still. It's like, you're so wrong. It's like, no, I'm just got an opinion. Anyway, maybe my opinion doesn't agree with your opinion, but either way, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know the review at some point. Hit that bell if you want to be notified. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you folks next time. Have a good one.